Hey, how you doing? Welcome, my brothers, my sisters. Hey, how you doing? Welcome to the Law of One, conscious channeling of LL Research. If you don't know me, I'm Robert. I am your humble messenger. I'm your friend. It's my pleasure to share with you conscious channeling of LL Research. Today's question: what does self-forgiveness really look like? What practices can the self do to achieve self-forgiveness? I am QO and am aware of your query, my brother. Self-forgiveness is one of the greatest challenges that you face within your third density illusion. Not because you do not deserve forgiveness or because you do not know how to forgive, but because lacking self-forgiveness is a process that, once it is undertaken, allows you to accomplish a great deal of work in consciousness. In other words, it is a valuable tool which can be used consciously by the seeker of truth. However, as you know, if it is not consciously used, and one is not aware that it is a valuable tool, it becomes a crippling block, shall we say, a feature that inhibits your growth. However, we are aware that those present this day in this gathering are those who are conscious of their spiritual journeys, and who seek a means by which to enhance that journey. The nature of self-forgiveness is one which sees those actions that have been difficult to accept within the self, and thus tainting the self, shall we say, that are a challenge to understand or to grasp. For you are those in the third density illusion that exist within the veil of forgetting. You do not see that there is much more to you, to your mind, body, spirit complex, than you are aware of in your journey of seeking in this incarnation. You are, in fact, as you hypothesized and believe, the one infinite creator. However, as an aspect of that one creator, you have chosen to express various distortions within this illusion that allow you to further progress upon your spiritual path. These distortions are those qualities that need what those of Ra have called the balance, in order that you may become aware of the totality of your beingness in some fashion. Thus, as you become able to balance these distortions, you then are able to see that each is a means by which you come to know yourself more fully. You come to know the Creator more fully, and the Creator is able to see itself in a way that would not be possible without your free will choice that brought this distortion into being. Thus, self-forgiveness looks more and more like the self becoming aware of its true nature as an aspect of the one infinite creator, containing that creator in full within your very beingness. Is there another query at this time? Yes, QO, the next question from the circle. Right now, Earth seems super intense. Many of us out here are feeling the call stronger and stronger of not only our planet, but those who are attempting to use these final days of harvest to try to polarize. How can we help those who want to seek the Creator sincerely, but have found themselves lost, or maybe even initially misled? I am QO and am aware of your query, my brother. In these last days of your third density illusion, and the first days of the fourth density quality of beingness, of love and understanding, you are aware that there is a great variety of entities upon your planetary surface, each of which has incarnated by the seniority of vibration, in that there is the possibility for each to achieve this harvest into the fourth density of love and understanding. These entities are in search of that which you have tasted, perhaps briefly, perhaps fully, and that is the opening of the heart chakra, the unconditional love given freely to all things and all entities about one. If you are able, in your daily round of activities, to find this open heart functioning as fully as possible with every entity that you meet, every entity with whom you exchange any kind of energy, then this loving vibration that is set up between two of you or more is then felt by each other entity upon the planet that seeks love and light, for you are truly all one being. All entities upon the planet, whether positively, negatively, or neutrally polarized, would feel this love if all were conscious seekers of truth. However, because most are not conscious seekers of truth, this love vibration then goes into the subconscious mind of the being, to be used as it is possible when this entity is able to realize, in any degree, the conscious nature of its purpose for being on the earth at this time. That is, of course, as we said, the opening of the green ray energy center. So, as you are a seeker of truth, consciously aware of your journey of seeking, as you are able to consciously share your love vibration with any other entity at any other time, this vibration becomes available to all other entities upon this planetary sphere to be used as possible when the time is right for that entity. Of course, there are other means by which you may also encourage and enhance the vibration of love upon this planet. Those who are what you may call adepts, who are able to enter into a state of meditation that may be called visualization, may also send this same love and light to all entities upon the planetary sphere, and do so in a conscious fashion, so that this love and light again is available when it is possible to be perceived by any entity upon the planet. There are many other ways, of course, to share your love and your light. Each of you, as a wanderer, has come into the incarnation with various talents, perhaps speaking, perhaps writing, perhaps meditating, perhaps performing, perhaps creating one form of art or another, be it poetry, be it music, be it sculpture, whatever. Into these talents, you may imbue your love and light so that whatever you create is able to generate that love and light to all who view your creation. Of course, we are not saying that we know all of the potential means by which to share love and light. Each of you has many other ways of which you are aware that this may be done. Is there another query at this time? Can QO speak to the question of how we can, while we are in third density, achieve deep intimacy and connection with each other? I am QO and am aware of your query, my brother. It is a portion of each entity seeking in a conscious fashion to hold the desire to obtain intimate connections of love and light with all other entities and with those especially close in the circle of seeking of such an entity. This desire, this intention, can be intensified through meditation and visualization, so that you may see your heart chakra glowing brightly in the green ray vibration of color. Seeing this glow of green love and light expanding outward to those about one, to those closest, nearest and dearest, shall we say, moving further outward until there is a connection eventually with every other entity upon the entire planet. This is possible because, as you know, you are all one. You are like cells in the body of the one infinite creator. All you need do is visualize these connections that exist. It is not so much a visualization as it is a realization that such is true. The intimacy that each secret truth desires in the way of the open-hearted love, unconditional love for all entities, is possible to obtain through the intensification of this desire, this intention, this focus of one's beingness upon this quality so intensely that there is nothing else in your field of vision, inner or outer, that is of importance to you while you are exercising this ability, this desire and intention. QO, how can one begin the process of initiation as described by Ra? And what signpost can one expect to experience as one progresses on that path? I am QO and am aware of your query, my sister. The process of initiation is one which requires great dedication to the seeking and serving of the one infinite creator. It would be well for any entity so desiring this initiation to engage in frequent meditation, in which there is observed within the being those forms of catalysts which have remained unprocessed or not completely processed. For it is necessary for the energy centers of any initiate to be functioning in a fashion which is clear and somewhat crystallized, shall we say. This requires the efficient use of catalysts. Thus, one may observe at the end of your day the experiences that were initially noted, be they what you would call happy, or be they what you would call sad. Any experience that leaves the mark within the mind at the end of the day is that which must be observed. then balanced and accepted within the beingness of the seeker of truth. For each of you is like a crystal. Each of your energy centers may, indeed, be crystallized so that the love and light of the one infinite creator moves clearly and cleanly through each center. The love and the light of the one infinite creator contains that which you call catalyst. That has been colored by your subconscious mind in a fashion which biases you to see the actions of those around you in a certain way that corresponds to pre-incarnative choices that are the lessons you have chosen to learn within this incarnation. If you will look, then, at the experiences of your day which move you one way or another, but move you, then use the balancing exercises. This will allow you to become, in effect, an initiate. You do not need a pyramid with the Queen's Chamber position in order to avail yourself of this ability to become initiated. You are yourself, the King's Chamber position that is able to utilize the power of the upward spiraling light as it moves through your energy centers to become the true initiate. Is there another query at this time? Yes, QO. The next question reads, how can we let go of bitter, cold hatred stemming from the experiences in our lives? I am QO and am aware of your query, my brother. The experience of hatred that comes from the early times of one's experience upon this planetary surface are those which are most difficult to remove or to balance, for they come at a time during which the child entity is most vulnerable to influences, both positive and negative. There is, for each entity, however, this quality of becoming impressed, or some would say programmed, in a certain fashion that causes one to become difficult to perceive that which is true about one without being colored by the programming that caused what you call the anger, the hatred. We would suggest that one may be able to find certain hints as to the programming that caused such hatred within the beingness at the early age through the use of an examination of dreams, if one is able to recall them in detail upon the arising. The dreaming is a function of the subconscious mind that gives to the conscious mind that which is consciously sought. That is, clues and hints that may give you an indication of the path to follow in removing the hatred. There are other possibilities. There is the meditation that attempts to move you consciously backward within this incarnation to again view the circumstances by which you have been colored or conditioned to express that which is called hatred, whether it is of the self, another self, a condition or experience. The means by which one can access this information is the means by which you move from your conscious mind to your subconscious mind, wherein resides all choices pre-incarnatively made, all experiences that were able to cause you to become who you are now, or who you feel you are in a distorted sense, with the catalyst having been not perfectly used as yet. This is important. If then you are able, through meditation, perhaps even contemplation, or through dream analysis, to avail yourself of the information describing the programming that resulted in the hatred, then you may, within your own being, begin to discuss this with yourself in your own journaling. Write upon your paper that which is important in your own thinking concerning this programming, where it came from, how it has affected you in your life to this point, how it affects you now, what might happen if it continues. Also, you may explore the possibility of how to rid yourself of this hatred by perhaps mentally recreating the situation that you are able to recall that generated the programming that resulted in this hatred, and then relive that programming in a conscious fashion where you act out the programming in your mind with dear friends that play those who were involved in this programming in your previous experience. Then, instead of your part being programmed, your part is to deny the programming, to stand up for yourself in a way which you were not able to do as a young child, to claim what is your right, to claim what is love and light within your being, and which was not given to you when you were in your younger years. To stand up and to shout it out, to cry if need be, to give whatever emotional response you feel, so that you rid yourself of that programming in a conscious fashion, giving voice to the anger and the hatred that was given to you, so that you expel it from your being, never again to be affected by it. Is there another query at this time? QO, the final question from the circle asks, is there a higher rate of feeling personally inadequate among wanderers as compared to the general population? And if so, why would that be? How could such catalysts be employed to more deeply know the heart of self? I am QO and am aware of your query, my brother. Yes, my friend. The wanderer has far more likelihood of being affected by feelings of unworthiness than the regular, shall we say, or general consensus population. Because within the wanderer, whether or not it is consciously known, resides the knowledge of the harmony of the home density, of the love and the light, which is the normal way of being for the wanderer whence it came. The wanderer, especially if it is unconscious of being a wanderer, but also if it is conscious, has this knowledge with which to compare the experiences it is now having within this third density planet at this time, where confusion and chaos reign supreme. The consensus reality has far different means of feeling of what is valued to the seeker or any other entity upon the planet, for that which is of the mundane world is that which is held as the goal. The education, the job, the money, the status, the power. These are things which can be used positively, but most frequently are not upon this planetary sphere. Thus, the wanderer compares itself to those who hold this value system and sees itself falling short, and especially if it is unconscious of its condition as a wanderer and does not know that there is another way of being that is in unity with all other entities and with the one infinite creation and creator. Then this wanderer shall again use this system of judgment within the consensus reality to place upon itself the harsh judgment, feeling that it is not worthy of its own esteem, because it is not worth of the esteem of those about it within the consensus reality. Thus, such a wanderer will eventually have opportunities to realize its nature as a wanderer and the falseness of the world around it. When considered in comparison to the unity of the one infinite creation in the density whence the wanderer originated. Thus, at some point, each wanderer will have the opportunity of making this realization that it is not better than anyone else, but it is different from those about it. It will see in this difference the possibility of worthiness. That there is much to value in love and in light, the foundation stone of each wanderer. Each wanderer may then look upon itself in a far different light, opening the heart to the self, loving the self, then being able to extend that love to others about it so that it is reflected back to the wanderer. As the love and the light of the one infinite creator begins to flow more and more through the wanderer's heart, reaching that level of understanding, shall we say, that is possible within this third density illusion, the wanderer begins to realize that it is one most worthy, or it would not be here, serving this planet that so desperately needs the love and the light of each wanderer upon it. For this planet is having great difficulty in becoming born into the fourth density of love and understanding. Each wanderer is well aware of this problem and seeks to give all that it has in the amelioration of the difficulty, of the chaos, of the hatred, of the separation, the division that exists among peoples of one kind or another, one color or another, one religion or another, one sense of self or another. The wanderer is here to help all realize that all are one, and the wanderer itself is an integral part of that oneness, of that unity. Then, with this knowledge firmly established within the mind, the body, and the spirit of the wanderer may go forth in love and in light, in peace and in power, and in the knowledge that it has that which is valuable to offer. For the wanderer is a valuable being. It is the one infinite creator. For you are a valuable being. For you are the one infinite creator. Yaman, we be Jaman. At this time we shall take our leave of this instrument. We thank each of you for your beingness, for your questions, for your love, for your light, for your dedication to service to the one infinite creator that you see in every other being around you. We are those known to you as QO. We leave you now in the love and in the light in which we found you and in which all of us exist forevermore. Adone Vasu Baragas.